Welcome to the podcast, everybody. This is the Backroom Crew. Yeah. And we're gonna not talk about that. We're gonna talk about some other things. What's some things that's been popping off this last week, or this past week, whatever like that? Anybody seen the death battle that went around?
Which one? The Donald Trump versus the Mexicans?
Wait, that's a death battle?
It should be.
I mean, if you consider, well, it is a legal immigrant versus another legal immigrant.
Two aliens fighting over.
Oh, you're talking about the Goku versus Superman?
See,
Yeah.
that's an alien war that needs to happen, but it's going to be a lot more boring than an actual alien war.
You know, the last time I saw something they talked about the fight between Goku and Superman, it's like, you two are gonna fight. They're like, wait a minute, we're gonna fight? Why?
We're gonna fight.
He seems like a pretty chill dude. And then the next thing you know, after like trying to argue with the announcer, they both like, hey, let's go, I know this great burger place. Winner, friendship. Wait, no, y'all come back here, fight, damn it.
So that's a thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But yeah, I personally, I like the outcome at this time. They actually explained it better.
Well, yeah, because we watched the movie, or the video, it's like 20 minutes long, and we were all sitting...
And like 18 minutes of that video was them explaining why Superman would win for the 15,000th time. You know what? Fuck it. I would destroy the planet just to deny him the victory.
Goku did that.
No, they punched each other and the planet blew up because reasons. No, I'm serious. I'm like, literally, I would freeze and just destroy the planet, destroy the Dragon Balls, just so the planet would blow up, just to deny him his fucking victory. Because that's how you win against Superman. You deny him everything he cares about. Which means a good guy cannot beat Superman.
But he got the Dragon Balls and wished back everything.
Which doesn't make any sense considering the Earth was blown up.
Exactly, it didn't, but, reasons.
I mean, their basic boil down is it's a man with no limits
versus a man who lives to overcome limits. It's the unstoppable force in an immovable object.
Yeah.
So the Blob versus the Juggernaut. Why hasn't that been a death battle?
Because the Blob
the
is
same way?
loose. Because the Blob is an immovable object. And
the Juggernaut. The Blob
is not an immovable object.
Yeah, he
can
is.
Move.
No, he can't be moved when he says no.
When he doesn't want to
The
be
Juggernaut is the one that can't be stopped once he gets moving. So screw attack. Make it happen.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, nothing really interesting has happened in the last week.
Ant-Man came out. I think I'm the only one that saw Ant-Man.
So far.
It's a great movie.
I've been hearing things about the movie, and I don't know, I'm just kind of like, what if Edgar Wright had stayed on? The movie would have probably been different.
Oh yeah.
Like, so different, and it would have been like that dry British humor, like, Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, but with Marvel's line, it's all got the same feel and the character to every movie, even though it's a different character in the movie, i.e. Ant-Man. It still felt like it belonged in that universe. Like, you could take it and drop it in at any particular point. And the fact that they made everything come up, because, what is this, the first movie in Phase 3 now?
Yes.
Yeah, so they basically recapped everything that happened in the first two phases with simple little lines in the movie. And then they make a couple things canon, like...
Wait, how can they recap everything? Guardians of the Galaxy didn't even take place on Earth.
Well, they didn't. The stuff they knew. Like, they may mention that they drop a city. They may mention that Spider-Man is probably going to be in the Avengers now.
And if they dropped a city, how come the Earth isn't covered in freaking dust?
Did you see Avengers 2?
Yes.
Did you see Avengers 2?
Yes.
Because they showed you how they did that in Avengers 2. They basically disintegrated the city.
There would still be dust everywhere.
But you like that movie. Why are you arguing about it now?
Because I'm bored.
You like that movie.
It still doesn't matter. I still wanted Ultron to win. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah, but
I want Ultron to be good. We can't have what we want.
Well, technically, Ultron did become good as Vision.
No, I mean not good as in like a good person, good being. I want him to be a good villain.
He
Good
was
at
a
what
good
he does.
villain. He was flawed because he was model of Tony Stark's mind.
I don't think he was not comic book Ultron.
He was not comic book Ultron.
No, he wasn't, but that didn't mean that he... But I mean, if for him to be comic book Ultron, you'd have to have all the excess baggage that comes with being comic book Ultron.
Like being created by a wife beater?
Yeah, and they obviously, like I guess in Ant-Man, they didn't even touch on that, did they?
What?
the fact that Ant-Man was like horrible.
No, they did, but they didn't.
Certain
They
master.
what they did is they didn't do it like alcoholism or whatnot. They basically wrapped it up in the Pym particle, which is what makes Ant-Man's tiny.
So you're saying that the
messes-
Pym particles made he didn't beat his wife because he was a bad person to begin with. He did it because the science made him bad.
Yes, the science made him beat his wife. Basically, they said that that you can't take a Disney movie and have the main character just beat his wife and have to explain to all these children that are going to watch it, Mommy, why is older Ant-Man beating the Wasp?
Because he's a horrible, horrible person, and if you see anybody that acts like that, you should not trust them because they are bad people. Period. It's easy.
That's why Scott Lang was the Ant-Man that they're going to be using for this. So if anybody goes Google Scott Lang, they're going to get the Scott Lang story.
Or that his wife was upset or called him out.
Didn't they kill her off anyway, so she was a non-entity?
Huh?
Didn't they kill her off anyway, so she was essentially a non-entity?
Who, his wife? Wasp?
Yeah,
No, well, they killed off the first one, Janet.
Yeah.
But then his daughter, Hope, is supposed to be. They basically said she's going to be the new Wasp. They even showed you her super suit at the end. Spoilers.
Which completely, if I remember correctly, doesn't that completely rewrite the Avengers in its entirety?
It does.
Not really.
Yeah, because his wife Janet is the reason why they're called the Avengers in the first place.
Yeah, but they've already called themselves the Avengers.
I know, but
Nick
I'm
Fury
saying
called them the
I'm
Avengers.
saying that they're completely divergent from the comic book story.
They are already because Janet and Hank were like family members. So
They were, and they had nothing to do with anything. Basically, Hank Pym was like, we're not going to do anything with the Starks anymore. And of course, he looks at the Avengers as the Starks program because they even the Agents of Shield spinoff with what's your guy's name?
what?
The chick from Iron Man.
Oh, with Mia.
Yeah, the girl that basically was like Iron Man's boo or not Iron Man, Captain America's boo in the first Captain America. Betty.
Oh yeah, Betty. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. When they went off, her and Stark went off to start S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, that little mini-series they had going, they had to, at the beginning, you see basically S.H.I.E.L.D. HQ being built, and then he explains why he's not a member of the Avengers. He did work with S.H.I.E.L.D. back in the day,
Yeah.
but then they explained, oh, fuck you, I'm out.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But enough spoilers.
Yeah.
Go see it. It's a great movie.
You feel like tiny men riding on ants.
I'm going to
feel
come
so
over
bad.
there and smack you so hard.
Okay, Brandon, know anything new with games that's coming out?
With games that's been coming out.
You're right.
Well-
It's in the middle of the summer lull, man. It's drier than Arizona.
Like there's like almost no gaming news except for what was released at the beginning of the year, and what they've been periodically releasing. Like a few days ago, they released a video for gameplay of Mankind Divided.
Well, Five Nights at Freddy 4 dropped early.
Okay.
Early.
Jump scares.
Forgive me, but the whole Five Nights at Freddy craze has phased me next to nil.
Y'all know I hate jump scares and scary shit to begin with, but I like the lore behind it. I like how everybody tries to write how it makes sense. Now they're basically putting this brand new element into it, completely different than anything that's been set up before. And from what I've seen so far, it's
Isn't it like a
You know who I
creepypasta?
respect? I respect the freaking creator
Scott.
because he manages to put out the exact same game 5 times in a row,
Four.
and people still, whatever, however many times in a row, people still end up giving him shit tons of cash for essentially the same product.
Yeah, but each game, if you've gone back and played them, each game is different than the one before. It's got the same feel to it. But like Five Nights at Freddy 4, you had the power issues in the doors. You only had the 4 animatronics. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, you had, they took away your doors. So now you don't have doors. So now you got other elements that you have to pay attention to. And they added new animatronics. Five Nights at 3, they basically took away all the animatronics, gave you one, and you had to figure out everything else from that. Now,
Was that the one where, aside from that, you had children screaming in your face? Like
Kind
little
of.
ghost children?
oh, they were the Phantom animatronics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was because so that would come in and jump scare you and then screw up your system, which made that the challenge. In the new one, I haven't gotten all the way through it yet, but in the new one, it's all audio cues. There's no music in the background. There's no basic sound effects in the background because you're in a child's bedroom basically, and the child, he's a tormented child, tormented by these characters, and basically you have to listen to what's going on around you because that's all the key you get. There's no monitors, there's no cue or there's no tracking them around the room. You gotta go and peek around the door and hope they're not there. Which to me, when you're listening to a game like that, where you have to focus so... Wesley, if you stop making dinner, I'm gonna come back there and hit you.
I need to cook. During the video?
Jesus.
You can wait.
Jesus, Wesley, so unprofessional. Anyway, the fact that you have to listen to audio cues like Wesley banging around in the kitchen.
Oh,
It just... The immersion becomes so much more because now you're paying attention to what's on the screen, but now you have to pay attention to what you're hearing, or you're not going to win.
Only thing I don't like about it is I'm not a jump scare person. Like, it just...
I don't care how scary a thing is, as long as you give me a story, I'm willing to jump at it. If you don't give me anything, I'm like, I'm out of pass. Because there's just no winning.
Well, there's a story into it, but the story is written.
But if I want that, I can just go to, I don't know, like a database or a wiki and just read the story.
You are the reason why the gaming industry hates gamers.
It almost
Why?
seems like...
Go ahead, explain.
No, because you got all these people that sit here and we want new, innovative stuff, we want a bigger story, we want this, that, and the other, but at the same time, when we give you what you want, you keep going, well, I can just go look it up on Wiki after everybody else has played it.
No, I'm saying
someone for coming up with
nothing
something
about
new.
Five Nights is interesting to me.
Did you read the lore? Do you understand the lore behind it?
Yeah, but I mean, I could go to the SCP database and meet something equally as freaky.
You know, I'll give you that, because the SCPs are freaky as shit, especially the toaster.
That's all it is. It's freaking 087. But previously it was 087 with consoles, but now it's 087 with audio cues. It's just SCP Containment Breach 087 over and over again.
Kind of. I still like it,
what
though.
was the toaster one?
The toaster is like, there's an SCP that's basically a toaster that when you get within a certain radius of the toaster, it makes you think that you're the toaster and you start talking like you're the toaster, and if you're around it for too long, you'll try to become the toaster, i.e. somebody plugged themselves into a wall and fried themselves and started gouging out their chest for toaster slots.
It's the toaster itself is completely and absolutely benign.
But if you're near the toaster...
For too long, it seems to have some weird, undue mental, like, hypnotism.
You think you're the toaster. And the only way to stop thinking you're the toaster is to leave the toaster.
This
But you don't
is
want
what
to leave
Warehouse
the toaster.
13's based off.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically, they just go, hey, we're going to borrow some...
It's just that with the SCPs, there's, like, living things as well as just, like, weird knickknacks. Whereas I think Warehouse 13 was just knickknacks.
It was mostly knickknacks.
Well, they had knickknacks, like the rubber ducky that if you blinked it would use
But then
somewhere
again,
else.
they did have one. They had H.G. Wells in there. H.G. Wells, and there were several other people that they had put in like a carbon-based stasis.
So they Han Solo'd everybody.
They Han Solo'd people, yes.
Who's stealing ideas from who now?
I told you Warehouse 13 is based on. Anyway. But yeah, as far as that goes, other than that, I've just been game-wise.
It is that summertime lull.
Yeah, it is that summertime
I think
lull.
the biggest thing that dropped that people are kind of looking into is an MMO. It was done by Obsidian and the guys who developed Alice.
Okay,
Was it No
what's
Man's
the...
Sky?
Huh?
Was it No Man's Sky?
No, I wish.
That's coming still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they've already talked some stuff they leaked about it. There's supposed to be multiple star systems. And
Dude,
each
no,
star
it's the
system
entire
is-
galaxy. I watched the
Yeah.
freaking 18-minute...
Aren't they saying that they're like you start at a random ass spot,
Yeah, you
and then when you
start-
meet your friends, you exchange map data?
Actually, I heard that there was no multiplayer at all.
Really?
Yeah.
They were saying like there's some co-op type system on there.
Well, that's... Again, there's so much... They didn't come out and say anything, and I know they didn't say anything because people will build a whole bunch of belief around what they say.
And then it's going to ruin the experience when you get it.
Yeah, but at the same point, they are running the risk right now of just everybody getting kind of burnt out on what it actually is. Because what I saw was a bunch of primitive-ass shit with no complexity to it.
Can we point out that he's chugging a 2-liter?
No.
That says Coca-Cola.
We can blur
Why
it
are
out.
you drawing attention to it?
We can blur it out.
I don't
I
think
can rip it off too.
Anyway. So Dre, what's new in the world of Dre?
Our computer fried.
Our computer did fry, so if you're seeing a little low in videos, it's because we're trying to fix that.
Oh yeah. That's been a fun day.
If this comes out a little late, yeah, they're experiencing technical difficulties.
There's no technical about it. It just straight up said no.
Well, I mean...
They've been working on it for the past 3 days, and so far they've got a blue screen.
We got more than just blue screen. We've had the computer literally put up the middle finger. Tiny little wire came out just...
So if you want to donate new equipment or supplies, please contact the Backroom Crew's Facebook page for further information.
You shall. Okay. But, I've been mainly seeing how's this Ninja Turtles and Batman thing is gonna go.
White?
Yeah.
White?
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja
Don't feel
Turtles
bad, I didn't
and
remember.
Batman doing a crossover.
Hey,
But to be fair, though, the Turtles have done other things.
Yeah.
Other genres, too. So.
Yeah, like they've done stuff with like Transformers and G.I. Joe.
wait, when did they do something with Transformers?
Back before we were born.
I remember the G.I. Joe one,
Yeah.
but nothing about Transformers.
Well, when you think about it, it's all connected.
I've also seen the one where they crossed with the Power Rangers.
Well, think about it like this, though.
Is that on live action?
Think
Yes,
of
it
it
was.
Think of it like this: Batman working with Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles gonna work with G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe has worked with Transformers. Transformers has worked with Marvel. Marvel has worked with DC, with Batman.
What
all
Marvel
connected.
did Transformers work with?
Huh?
What Marvel?
They had like a whole thing of like Marvel Transformer, like a whole
Just
like
because they're
little
toys.
universe thing.
Just because they're toys.
No, it wasn't toys. It was like a whole comics or whatever, where they crossed or whatever.
I haven't seen these. I'm still kind of the whole devastation still sinking in with the Donatello being dead thing.
Well, you know, his mind got transferred into Metalhead.
It doesn't matter. The fact that he was killed, that's a big fucking deal.
He was the weakest one of the group.
No, he wasn't.
Well,
That's where you're wrong.
Well, physically,
yes, he was weaker. However, he was the backbone of the entire group.
There's
the
no
back
doubt in my
shell.
mind
Back
about
shell.
that.
They don't have
Yeah.
backbones, it's just a shell.
Fine.
No doubt in my
Yeah,
mind
according to
about
that
I
nice
agree
little
with you.
sludge hammer scene.
I
Oh,
agree
I
with
didn't think it was gonna look like that.
What are you talking about?
You haven't seen the comic, have you?
No.
Alright, what happens is how they kill him is Metalhead and Donatello were holding down the fort. Leonardo, Michelangelo, Michelangelo, Raphael were all going out with the Shredder's group to go try and stop Craig. Because Craig was in the middle of an imminent invasion, all you people just suck my anyway. So Shredder's like, I need a contingency plan. Bebop, Rocksteady, go back to the base. Fuck him up.
Basically, they said that if something went wrong and it looked like the Turtles were gonna like double cross them, kill Donatello.
So what ended up happening though is they bashed in the door, and instead of waiting on any real command, they just went in, fucking bludgeoned him in the Metalhead with sledgehammers. And then when they were done, they smashed in his shell.
Can we ask why does Shredder keep employing the mentally handicapped?
It's cheap. You can usually hire them for minimum.
Well, the thing is that if you know the story behind Bebop and Rocksteady, I have to fight so hard not to say Cowboy Bebop. By the way, Bebop and Rocksteady. Essentially, they were basically muscle-bound,
Meatheads?
bodybuilders.
Meatheads?
And then he crossed their DNA with a rhinoceros and a warthog.
Well, no. Rocksteady was the muscle-bound, like, kind of stupid dude. Bebop, he was like a trickster. He was like, he wasn't smart per se, but he was like
Gangster type.
like a streetwise.
Oh, so they changed it up a little bit?
Yeah, he was a streetwise.
He hustled
Okay,
people.
so hustler.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So.
still, either way, they come out as muscle-bound brutes. They just walk in. The two of them didn't even stand a chance. Really, honestly, like Metalhead lunged at him, and they were just.
Knock
They
him.
didn't even have a chance to land a blow.
Well, speaking of blows, what are you guys looking forward to that's coming up? So obviously we're kind of like in the middle of a nerd lull. You had the summer blockbusters come out, i.e. Ant-Man and Pixels, which
Alright.
we're not going to talk about Pixels.
We're not.
Yeah.
Talking about Pixels.
We haven't seen it yet, but we're kind of waiting for the fire to quell before we go see it.
There's a lot of
Pain.
burning and fire because of Pixels.
I just don't want to see it because it's another Adam Sandler movie.
Aw.
And like, I don't like
I
new
like
Adam
him.
Sandler. I don't like new Adam Sandler.
New Adam Sandler, I agree with you. It feels like he just doesn't really care anymore. He's just trying to make money instead of doing what he used to do and just, hey, I'm in this for the fun of it.
I feel that he has his own production group or his own production company, so no one can tell him no, this is a bad idea, and he just goes out and does it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
That probably could be.
But
I do want to see Fantastic Four still.
I am not happy with that right now.
Why? Because the thing's naked?
And he doesn't have a penis?
No, that is not why I'm pissed. I'm pissed over the fact that, and forgive me, don't throw a hate flame here, but the Human Torch is a black guy.
I knew you were going there. Why do you gotta go there?
Why? Because he's the brother of the Invisible Woman.
Why can't he be adopted?
He's not adopted though.
She's
adopted.
Well, why can't she be adopted then? Why?
It doesn't matter if they black or white, if they're family, if they love each other like their brother and sister. It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna wait for you. Flame him.
The issue I have is that they're changing it so dramatically.
Motherfucker.
Were you mad when they made Heimdall black too?
No, I wasn't.
So you're mad about probably one of the worst renditions of any superhero group. You're mad.
Okay, hang on. I'm not done because it's not just the fact that he's black.
Well, that's the first
What
subject that you brought up, which means that that's the top of your list.
That's
a very touchy subject now in the media.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have
you seen what happened to the
Y'all flaming without letting me speak. Flaming without letting me speak.
Hold on. Time before you speak. The voices and opinions of Brandon right here does not reflect the entire voices and opinions of the Backroom Crew. This is the single most ideological thing that whatever comes out of his mouth in the next few seconds is his property, not the rest of us. Thank you.
Alright, now, first off, yes, it may have come up, but it's not because he's black that I have an issue. It's the fact that he's they're supposed to be brother and sister biologically.
Okay.
And instead of, he's not mixed, he's not, hey, the dad's, like, the mom might be married or anything like that. It's straight up, no, we're just going to put one randomly into the family. It's not even, legitimately throwing it together to follow their original story.
Except with the way biology works, that is an entirely logical thing that can happen.
Oh, so an entire black family with a white daughter?
Look, Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
What's happening?
That can happen, yes.
Brother.
No,
okay.
brother.
I didn't say it was probable. I said it's plausible.
Okay.
It can happen, and there have been examples of that. That's just happened in the past.
And plus, they're like rich black people, so
But
they can adopt a little white girl.
She's adopted. Now,
I'm just saying.
My issue, cascading back to where it was. It's not that he's black. It's the issue that they were supposed to be biological brother and sister, and they're not doing that. It feels like what they're doing is just throwing it in there to incorporate other people.
Let me throw
it
this
doesn't feel like they're actually trying to build a story.
Let me throw this at you. Marvel has completely redone all of their characters at least once in their characters' history.
Okay.
They've redone the storylines. How many different renditions of Avengers? How many different renditions of Iron Man? How many different renditions of Fantastic Four has there been? Why can't they change the story? I understand you're a purist and you like to keep things the way they were in the beginning, but Lex Luthor used to be, I know it's DC, not Marvel, Lex Luthor used to be a mad scientist until the 80s, and now he's the evil businessman that we all know and love today.
And technically during the animated series, it was that gray area where Lex Luthor was black. It was gray, but it was like, when you saw the animated series, you were like, Lex Luthor looks like a black guy.
So, but
he's a superior Lex Luthor, though.
But I would not. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm. What about? Hold on.
Okay.
What about Wally West?
You're gonna have to refresh my memory.
The second Flash.
Had no issues with that either.
Like a red hair, but they made him African American.
And the red hair, that's still that's a possibility. It's not the fact that he's black that's getting on my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that they're changing it so dramatically and going. Yeah, they're still brother and sister, but she kind of was thrown into their family.
Well, why don't we throw this at you and look at it instead of it being a story derivative? Why don't we look at it from a business perspective? You have Chris Evans, played the Human Torch to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's probably one of the most recognizable superhero actors.
Yes.
Captain America.
See where you're going with that, but we
so
already knew there was going to be a problem.
If you're going to sit here and be a movie executive, who there was also two Fantastic Four movies where Chris Evans played the Human Torch. And now he's basically the backbone of the Avengers series. I.e., with that Tony Stark, whoever you... Team Iron Man, even though he's a douche in Civil War.
Okay, now
You have to look at it this way and basically say, we're trying to separate that role that Chris Evans played as much as we can. So they're going to basically put an actor in there. Honestly, if the kid sucks as an actor, he sucks as an actor. It doesn't care what nationality he may be or what he looks like. I'm on the fence of the movie because I feel like they've rebooted it too soon after they flopped it the last time. I feel like they're just throwing it back there. Like, how many times are we going to reboot Spider-Man?
probably like
2018.
All right, now.
Yes.
Before continue on, just to show that this isn't just the whole backbone of this. My second big problem with the fact that they made this person black, because hell, they could have just made the Invisible Woman black, and it wouldn't be as big of a problem.
Oh, that'd be sick.
But here's where the next problem comes in. They made a black flaming character.
So basically, they made Fire Emblem from Tiger and Bunny.
Hang on. This is a black man who can now set himself on fire. Do you not see all the
You are going in.
Now you're just reaching.
You are okay.
Now you're reaching.
Brandon's not allowed to talk for the rest of this podcast. So going away from this horrible thing that's happening over here with Brandon in his mind, we'll get back to him later. What are you guys looking forward to besides us probably having a tournament for a federal deposition?
Well, I know that recently Southpaw came out, the boxing movie.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
Did that come out?
Yeah, that recently came out. I do want to see
South Park
that.
did a box.
Southpaw. You're not allowed to
It's
talk
a boxing
about it.
movie with Jake Gyllenhaal.
That looks really good though.
Dylan Dog? No, not Dylan Dog. Sorry, not Dylan Dog. Donnie Darko.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was in Donnie Darko.
And
And I want to see Creed. That's with the Flaming Torch in the Fantastic Four movie.
Creed is supposed to be what exactly?
Basically, it's
Apollo Creed. The
Apollo Creed, the son
of Apollo.
the new Rocky movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
The son of Apollo Creed.
okay.
That's why I didn't know what you're talking about because
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything where they dubbed it Creed. And
Yeah.
it's the new Rocky movie. The new
Yeah.
Rocky.
Nah, it's about the freaking band.
We're here.
We heard
We're gonna be
about how much was up.
But yeah,
What about that NWO movie that's coming out?
You totally got that wrong.
In New World Order? Did I?
No, it's not
NWA.
NWA.
If
Whatever.
If
I'm
this
white.
was NWO, then it would have Hulk Hogan in it, and I'm pretty sure it'd be pretty bad right now. Yeah, it'd be NWO with. And have you heard about that?
You
Hulk
didn't hear
Hogan.
about Hulk Hogan's new thing? He made a statement back, what was it, 2012?
Yeah, it
He
was like a
used
racist rant.
a horrible word that we're not going to say because it'll be horrible if we said it. But he basically called someone the N-word.
Okay.
And from what I understand, it was because Booker T called him that. And then, of course, Hulk Hogan was all like, oh yeah, brother, you called me the N-word, but instead of saying the N-word, he said the actual word. And then it went through this big old thing, and I guess he's finally getting like some sort of huge deposition for it. And basically WWE was like, we're done. And they scrubbed everything out of us, so now Macho Man Randy Savage fights himself.
Yep. And the Giant, Andre the Giant, fought himself in WrestleMania.
Any mention in WWE history of Hulk Hogan has been erased.
Yeah.
And they've gotten really, really good at it.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
stupid.
Yeah.
Wesley, you're not allowed to comment unless you're on camera.
Yeah, I mean they
No,
did.
I mean, they did it
Chris-
for-
Chris Benoit.
Yeah. Like, you can't even make Chris
yeah, they did
Benoit.
that, didn't they?
Yeah, you can't even make Chris Benoit in like freaking
Like-
2K15.
Like
Like,
Daniel.
if you try to do that and you upload it, it immediately insta-bans your account.
There's a wrestler named Daniel Bryan. He does the cross-face crippler, and he can't even call it that. He called it what? The yes lock.
Yeah.
It's the cross-face crippler. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So now.
Okay.
You-
The first thing.
Get on camera.
No.
Not the side.
No, 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 no.
And you know who suffers
no,
most?
Right
You know
here.
who suffers most about this?
Yeah.
Axel. There's a wrestler named Axel who basically has a thing called Axelmania,
Come on.
which is like Hulkamania, and he's gonna
Get
suffer
on the
most.
camera. If you want to have an opinion, you have to be in the
The
camera.
one thing.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no.
If you
gotta
want
come
an
over
opinion,
here.
you have to be on the camera.
I'm getting shot over there. Hold on. Let me get
Come over here and get next to
I'm
them.
gonna give you a hug.
Go give me a hug.
Get all sandwiched in there.
Don't hug Brandon. He's racist.
I am not racist.
No.
This woman could be black and I wouldn't try to take a
I
hug.
have no problem with that. you guys were bashing him a little too rough on that because I saw where he was coming from. The only thing is, yes, if you're gonna go with a gender, not gender.
All right. First of all, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the color whole thing. All right.
Are we talking about Hulk Hogan? Or are we talking
we're talking about the Fantastic Four thing.
I had to frame that for everybody.
You're talking about having multiple colors. Yes, adoption is a thing. Yes, genetics is a thing, rarely. But if you are going to go colorblind casting, you have to do it smart. I'm pretty sure they explain it in the story. I'm pretty sure. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure. And plus, we're talking about alternate time lapse, whatever the heck else is
going on.
We're
also talking about Marvel that's really good at casting.
Marvel. Who is really
this
good
isn't
at
Marvel,
casting.
this is Fox.
So you
Marvel
gotta wait and see how they do it.
No,
I don't know.
No. See,
sure?
like I was saying though, it wasn't so much that they had made him black that became the issue. It's which one they chose to make black was the issue.
So you want Mr. Fantastic to be black?
I wouldn't mind Mr. Fantastic. I would not have mind the Thing.
So why are you fixating so hard on
Because it's the character that turns himself on fire.
But
he's still extremely sensitive about our past.
But see, again though,
you're the only one who actually gives a fuck.
No.
In a room with three black guys, you're the only one who actually has a problem with this.
No. That's not the issue. What the issue is what he's saying. There is a type of stigma going on, especially when you're representing an actual person on film and a camera. Symbolism is a thing. But you also gotta take into account.
I will give this credence the minute a 4-year-old lights himself on fire and then tries to stop a bad guy.
People love to hold on to notions and stuff that, oh man, just because he's a black guy, is racist. It's just like the Stormtrooper thing. Horrible aiming, he's gotta be black, or stuff like that. You can start saying things out of context.
No, people were upset about the Stormtrooper thing because they thought all the Stormtroopers were clones.
They fixed that in the expanded universe with the 500
But the expanded universe doesn't count.
I know, but just to cover that whole little gap right there so we don't get hate mail, is they were pure up until somebody screwed up and made their own clone army, so then they're like, oh, we can't have this, so they basically started mixing the genetics up into. They're still essentially the same person, but they're going to look different. And after the fall of the Republic, people started enlisting into
So wait, David Boyega is a clone of Jango Fett?
Basically, he has. If he's a true Stormtrooper, which was the mass-produced army guys, then he will have some Jango Fett DNA in him, except they got that Jango dude. Basically, this we just find it. This podcast.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Wait. No. But as opposed to the other thing that
Uncle Terry
talking about,
Uncle Terry being all racist.
Yeah, being all racist. It's not. I don't see the fact. I don't like how
he stepped down a notch because he's racist.
Being all this racism and all of this sensitivity. I mean, I can see why people would be upset if somebody just blatantly came out, the N-word, but you can't whitewash history, and WWE is very famous for that.
I don't agree with that in any way, shape, or form. That the fact that they're basically making Macho Man Randy Savage fight nobody.
Yeah.
You've got all this. It's not even WWE history. It's American history if you really think about it. Because how many people back in the day grew up watching those two go at it?
Exactly.
Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan's fight is probably one of the most iconic things. Even I knew about it and I never saw it.
Right.
And then you've got all this history for a character who basically was like the mainstay of your company. Like he was like the face of the company, the face of the company, and still is like to a certain extent to some of the old heads that that watch wrestling. And now what do you got? You got John Cena.
Well, how about John Cena fits in the new
But then people don't like to realize that people are human.
Well, what about all the stuff that Vince McMahon has done that they have completely watched?
Oh yeah, considering like half the freaking storylines that's in WWE is always depicting black characters like
gangsters.
Yeah,
thugs.
The Nation of Domination, or like jigaboo dancing dudes or whatever, fried chicken, watermelon eating brothers. Like for real, it's you look at wrestling, it's all like every single black person on the roster is a stereotype or whatever. I mean, even the primetime players, they dance in the stage. I mean, they're fun to look at and cool or whatever, but it's like, okay, you can't have a serious one. The only serious one that you can have was The Rock.
We can flip that around. Rock's more Filipino than black. We can flip that around.
Filipino, Samoan.
Islander, whatever. He's American, okay? He's gonna come up to the I'm sorry, But no, no, we can flip that whole. We're making the stereotype play. Because look at Kurt Angle. He was the dorky, all-American high school hometown hero. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the drunk redneck.
Well,
I mean, the honky-tonk hero. Wasn't that guy?
Yeah.
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 You can go.
The American Dream.
Yeah. Ric Flair.
Woo!
Nature Boy Ric Flair. I mean, they play out the stereotypes of everything that they can
Iron
do.
Sheik.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
You can't see Iron. You can't. What's the guy with the mask now?
One of the luchadors. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something.
They're Mexican wrestlers.
What talking about Goldust or
Whoever. It's one of the prevalent ones.
I don't know. A lot
He's
of
a
people wear
Mexican
masks.
wrestler. Mexican wrestler. He's like literally a luchador that wears like a mask.
Yeah.
Are you talking about?
It's been so long. The last time. What was it?
Oh no! I know who you're talking about. You're talking about 619 guy jumps up.
No, that's not Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio.
No,
He does the same thing too.
Rey Mysterio isn't
So
even in the
mask.
WWE anymore.
He's not. Oh, he got out. Okay.
Anyway. But there's just so much going on. And then, like, in the world that's hypersensitive nowadays, like, you can't fart on camera and not have, like, somebody, like, be offended.
Exactly. And that's what really should, people should really take a
stop
look at
farting
how
on
they're
camera. Why are you
doing
sticking
things.
your male privilege in my face?
Exactly. I mean, but people should. And
I'm
that's
not
a
even
real
gonna
big-
go there.
That's a real big issue, though. That's a real big issue, both in entertainment and actually just in the real world altogether. Is that people are getting way too offended, and it's like you things are happening. Things happen all the time, but at the same time, it's like you can't.
Take a fucking chill pill and chillax.
No, you can't take away what
You can't
already
tell me.
happened. You can't take a giant eraser and get rid of movies just because they may say a curse word or.
Are they going to CG, basically?
Well, it's more like you erase a movie because there's nipples rather than you erase a movie
or that.
because there's curse words.
You can't get rid of Thunder Lips fighting Rocky.
And that is probably where we're gonna end today. Thank you for watching the podcast today. Thank you for watching the podcast today, everybody. If you like us, like, comment, share, subscribe. Click that button down below. Give us a hint. Hint or whatever.
A hint.
Give us a hint.
Yeah, give us a hint.
Remember, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and
Follow Twitter, follow Instagram.
Watch our old stuff because a lot of it's really good.
it is.
Some
And
of
I do a good job.
And if we fucking offended you, we're fucking sorry, you fucking pansy.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say
Wow.
after this, but anywho, good night, everybody.
Stay classy.
Because we obviously can't.
Hang on, what?
No. Brandon, you're
Show some class. Show some class. Act like you've been somewhere before.
because he hasn't. He has not.
Oh, yeah, this
I
guy.
just named Brandon the biggest racist.
Yeah, big.
I had to come here and defend him and everything.
It's okay, Brandon. We still love you.